Jones doing the play-by-play. You have Ryan Pierce doing the color commentating. The men are about to take the floor. That's at 5:30 this afternoon. That's going to be on Flow Sports as well. Ryan, it's been a pleasure. I thank you, and I can't wait until we do this men's game.
Got to be fun. We're looking forward to it.
I'm going to run it. I'm going to grab a coffee real quick. I'll be right back. When do we have to go on for the men's game for Flow Hoops? I can't remember what the conference was.
They're going to let us know.
Whatever.
If we have to do, yeah.
Okay,
We
got
have to do it.
it. I'll be right back.
definitely.
How you doing? How's the holiday?
Just in general.
It's usually just us two, and then I still also always forget her name.
Ariel.
Ariel, yes, Ariel.
All right, so Ariel was on the first game. It was only y'all three.
Then there's one other person. I think it's the guy, the representative for the MEAC or something.
Gary and Paul will be up here.
I think I asked him the wrong thing. We have actually I think there's a fixer. You know where that might be.
I know that one. They switched over to. I don't know. Trevor knows it better than I do. He uses more. He uses that for football season. So he'll know better as we're able to use it.
Final stats from the girls.
Oh, cool, thank you.
All right, gentlemen. I'll be back.
Back in the game?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
No. I think there's a speaker out there.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Listen, we're talking sometimes. Listen, and you can hear yourself over here.
Okay, I don't think maybe it's like a computer watching it or something. But, you're probably right. There's some sort of speaker out there. Somebody, maybe it's a normal speaker. You're not gonna know. Yeah.
I hear that sometimes.
I'm sure it's out there.
I'm like, am I hearing things?
Somebody's got it. Something is out there somewhere. Yeah, you're probably 100% right. Now that you say that, I thought I heard the exact same thing at one point. I think
When
you're
you
right.
do the game on Monday or whenever the next game is, just listen to it.
Now listen, I haven't heard it before. I thought I heard it in that second half at one point. So that's why I say that. Yeah, so maybe somebody out there's got something. No, I think
But I think it's been every game.
yeah, let me
Unless it's right here.
I'll listen. I'll listen next time for sure. No, I think yeah, I got you. I'll listen.
Madison, California, wearing number 22, Spirit Ricks. A sophomore from Chesterfield, Virginia, wearing number 32, Chris Ford. A redshirt senior from Norfolk, Virginia, wearing number 34, Stephen Whitley. Spartans are led by head coach Robert Jones, who is assisted by Jamal Brown, C.J. Clemens, and Leonard Fairley.
We can talk about the final results of the women if we need to, but we might not have to.
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
Yeah.
I'll put this in.
And now, let's meet today's starting lineup for your Howard University Bison. A freshman from Columbia, South Carolina, wearing the number 0, Khalil Robinson. A freshman from Upper Mount Vernon, Maryland, wearing number 31, Wayne Bristol Jr. A junior from Upper Mount Vernon, Maryland, wearing number 10, Zion Hudson. A senior from Nanuet, New York, wearing number 3, Jay Garvey. And a senior from Richmond, Virginia, wearing number 13, Charles C.J. Williams. The Bison are led by head coach Kenny Whitney, who is assisted by Kurt Condon, Jake Brown, Tyler Thornton, and Keith Petrea. And today's honorary coach is Captain Nicholas Maine. Playing by the rules, playing smart, giving your best efforts, winning with pride, and losing with dignity in our home farms and being a good sport.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bird Gymnasium in the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. for today's MEAC Digital Network broadcast on Flo Hoops, featuring the Spartans of Norfolk State and the Howard University Bison. I'm Trevin A. Jones. I'll be doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce will be doing the color commentating. Ryan, we're in for a great game this afternoon.
Oh, it's always fun when Norfolk State takes on Howard. Two teams, lots of history. It's going to be a ton of fun.
So let's get it going as the Spartans will win the tap, and that is Robinson bringing the ball across the half-court line, gets it to Garvey. Garvey getting across to Wayne Bristol Jr. Jr. looking for someone to get the ball to, gets it down inside to Zion Cousins. That's Cousins number 10 for the Bison. The Spartans playing the man-to-man defense as it's back up to Robinson. Robinson gets it. Oh, Wayne Bristol right off the tip of his fingers. Starting out for your Bison will be Khalil Robinson, Nate Garvey, Zion Cousins, Wayne Bristol Jr., and Charles Williams. For the Spartans, it will be Joe Bryant. It will be also Jermaine Bishop, Spirit Ricks. You also have Stephen Whitley, and you have Chris Ford. The ball down inside for the Spartans. That's Ford with the ball, gets it back up top. Controlling the ball for the Spartans will be Stephen Whitley. Stephen Whitley's a veteran. He knows all about the MEAC conference play and everything. He's one of the lead dogs for the Spartans. As the drive to the hole, pass across the court. Shot is up for 2 for 3. Missed shot, rebound. Cousins goes off his fingertips. That shot was taken by Spirit Ricks of Norfolk State.
You brought up Stephen Whitley. He is the centerpiece of this Norfolk State team. He's the veteran coming back from last year. Outside of that, they're pretty young. 10 of their 15 players on this roster are new to the team this season.
As the Spartans will take control, 19-11 to go. We just got this one underway. Underneath the attempted dunk as CJ Williams came across to make that bonk. Williams now with the ball on the far side of the court. Gets it to Garvey. Garvey looking for the three. Decides not to take it. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson wants to drive. Can't penetrate that Spartan defense. So Nate Garvey will handle the chores for the Bison right now. Trying to penetrate. Trying to get past Ricks. Can't do that. Looking for someone to get it to. May be in trouble on the far side of the court. And it is 5 seconds. Give credit to Spirit Ricks. Spirit Ricks on great defense.
Norfolk State, one of the top defensive teams in the MEAC. They defend the perimeter very well. You have to avoid turnovers if you're the Bison. At least try to get some shots up early, try to find some sort of rhythm.
As it's 0-0, just getting this one underway. 18 and a half minutes to go in the first half. As the Spartans pay the Bison a visit on Military Appreciation Day here in the Burr. Every experience in the Burr is a great one, Ryan. Spartans on the attack. Ball across the court to Whitley. Whitley gets it back up top. There's a three-point shot taken and missed. Rebound Zion Cousins. As here comes Wayne Bristol Jr. with the on the attack for the Bison. Almost carried. Has the ball on the far side of the court. Gets it to Garvey. Garvey to Robinson. Robinson on the drive to the hole. Robinson pulls up. They may have called him for a travel.
Yeah, Robinson did carry there. Bison may have got away with one with Wayne Bristol Jr. That's 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Bison playing fine defense. You got to do something offensively, though.
As the Spartans will bring the ball in, handling those chores of bringing the ball up court, that is Whitley. Whitley brings it across the half-court line on the far side. Bison playing aggressive defense. Penetration in the lane, mid-range jumper, missed. Going up for the rebound. So the rebound to Robinson. Robinson now bringing the ball across the half-court line. Looking over to the coach. Coach Kenneth Blakely. First-year head coach trying to make some big things happen here on the Bison for the Bison. The Bison coming off a tough loss to Bethune-Cookman earlier this week. Wayne Bristol Jr. on the drive. Nice dish to Zion Cousins underneath. Cousins can't handle it. Goes out of bounds.
If you're Wayne Bristol Jr., I think right there, I like the idea. I like the intention. Maybe just go up with it mid-paint, get a shot up there, see what happens. Wayne Bristol Jr. is a phenomenal first-half player. He's usually the team spark plug to get things going.
Ian Lee checks in for the Bison as the Spartans are now on the attack, bringing the ball across the half-court line. 0-0 is the score, waiting for someone to get the first score as you're watching MEAC Basketball here on Flo Hoops. Shot is up. Whitley sinks it 2-zip. Spartans go on top. They draw first blood. Here come the Bison on the attack. Bristol Jr. and it's blocked. It's a nice block by the Spartans, and they are now on the attack coming the other direction. Inside the Ricks, who can't get a handle. Zion Cousins might get called for that foul. But on the block for the Spartans on the other end, Chris Ford just went up and made it happen.
You know, I think the Bison wanted a goaltending. It was close. I think it was an okay no call. It was so high off the bank board. I think Ford was able to get his fingertips on it just in time. It was close, though. Bison may have a point.
As the score is 2-0, 16:59 to go in the first half, as the Spartans have the lead and the ball right now. Trying to set up something on their attack, as that is Bishop, Jermaine Bishop. The 6'1 senior, redshirt senior, calling out the signals. Gets it down inside to Spirit. Spirit puts it up, gets the shot, 2 points. That is Spirit Ricks.
Spirit Ricks, the main post player for Norfolk State. They're a smaller team like Howard is, averaging 8.6 boards. He's their top threat down low.
As Garvey will handle the rock for the Bisons. Gets it to Bristol Jr., who gets it back to Garvey on the far side of the court, just beyond the arc. Garvey gets it across. That is Lee with the pass and the ball. Gets it back up to CJ. Now CJ is going to have to get something going for the Spartans, for the Bison, as he goes to the hole and it's going to be blocked, and he's fouled. Just as I say that, CJ makes some penetration, gets a little deeper than the Spartans wanted him to be, draws that foul on Chris Ford.
Yeah, CJ's really starting to find his rhythm. Third all-time leading scorer in MEAC history. A couple 20-plus point games in a row. He's been doing it by getting penetration. We know CJ as an outside shooter. This season, he's altered his game. He's trying to get to the rim and be an efficient scorer.
So I believe that foul, that was called on Ford.
First attempt is no good. He'll take it.
First attempt is no good. He'll get another shot. 4-0 is the score. 16-19 in the first half. Just getting this one underway. You're watching MEAC Basketball on the Flow Sports on the MEAC Digital Network with Flow Hoops, excuse me.
Points tough to come by against this Norfolk State team. The #1 ranked defense in the MEAC. Free throw so crucial to knock down.
As the Spartans are on the attack, down inside to Ricks again, and this time Ricks travels. As Ricks got a nice pass, coming down to making penetration for the Spartans was Jermaine Bishop. As Bishop penetrated the key, he dished it out to Ricks. Ricks tried to gather himself, but took an extra step or so.
Yeah, credit Cousins there. He's earned a reputation as a good shot blocker. Sometimes that will make players make mistakes.
Garvey gets the ball down court to Wayne Bristol Jr. Bristol Jr. with a layup, missed that shot. It's a rebound to the Spartans. Now on the attack, that's Bryant. Bryant with the move, takes it to the hole and puts it in for 2. Spartans up 6-1. Joe Bryant Jr. with a nice move.
Tough spot there for Lee. Look, I guess you want him to back up and try to force him to drive, but he tried to hold his ground. Bryant just made a good move.
Bison on the attack, down by 5. 6-1 is the score. Nate Garvey knocks it down for 3. 6-4 is now the score.
Garvey's game is so much more pure in his senior season. That outside shots improved dramatically. He's been huge.
As the Spartans trapped Bishop over on the far corner, so he had to call a timeout. First timeout for the Spartans. We'll take a quick timeout. This is MEAC Basketball on the MEAC Digital Network on Flo Hoops.
At this time, if you are an active duty member or a veteran, please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to all of our military. Thank you so much for your service. Stay social with the real AQ, so AQ Bison Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Day-to-day updates on everything Bison State. Looking for a great paying part-time job with flexible hours? Then click check out and click on 2020 Census. By the day at 2020census.gov/jobs. That's 2020census.gov/jobs. That's the first horn.
Welcome back to the Byrd Gymnasium in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., as the Norfolk State Spartans are taking on the Howard Bison. Right now, the score is 6-4 in favor of the Spartans. 15:24 to go in the first half. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. Ryan, I look for some exciting action today.
Yeah, two teams that are good defensively. Howard's got a tough matchup today. Big shot by Garvey to get him going.
As the Spartans are on attack, that's Ricks, who's been very active already. He gets it to Whitley. Whitley gets it down in the corner. The shot is up, and it's a three-point shot knocked down by Jermaine Bishop. As now the Bison will have the ball down by 5. 9-4 is the score. 14:57.
He's their best outside shooter, second in the MEAC in three-point percentage.
Wayne Bristol Jr. attempting the shot for the Bison, but that falls off the rim. Jermaine Bishop gets the rebound, gets it to Whitley. Whitley goes down inside, drives to the hole, misses the shot. Comes out to C.J. Williams. Williams bringing the ball across the half-court line for the Bison. That is Nate Garvey over on the far side. That's Ian Lee now taking over control of this Bison offense. Lee looking to penetrate. Has two Spartans on him. That's Wayne Bristol Jr. over in the corner. Down inside to Zion Cousins. Gets it back to Garvey. Garvey on the drive. Mid-range jumper up. Misses that shot. Rebound Spartans. That's Chris Ford coming up with the ball for the green and gold. There comes Bishop. Bishop gets it to Whitley. Whitley back to Bishop. Bishop for 3. Bishop knocks down 3. Jermaine Bishop making the score now 12-4 in favor of the Spartans.
Yeah, that's been a killer for the Bison this year. They're giving up too many three-pointers. They're in that 2-3, but Norfolk State's a little bit different than teams they played. They're a great outside shooting team.
As Wayne Bristol Jr. gets it underneath, gets it up top to Nate Garvey. Nate Garvey with the 3 as he now cuts the Spartan lead to 5. 12-7 is the score. First half of this action from the Byrd.
6 points early for Nate Garvey when the Bison have needed him. He's knocked down 2 big threes.
Spartans with the ball, trying to get another 2 points if they can. Whitley with the ball, gets it down inside to Bishop. Bishop tries to go to Ford underneath. That's knocked away. Lee gets the ball, gets it to Garvey. Garvey now taking control. C.J. Williams from 3. Misses that shot. Rebound Zion Cousins. Cousins looking for someone to get it to. Gets it to Garvey. Garvey's going to take his time. Gets it up top to Lee. Now the ball's across the court to CJ. CJ gets it back up top, but it's going to be a backcourt, I believe. And it is backcourt violation. Bison.
Not a bad look from CJ. I mean, he had the open three, just couldn't quite knock it down. I like the idea of driving. You're just going to have to be a little more under controlled. Williams, though, 2 big defensive plays already.
Yeah, definitely. And you already made reference to it, and we've seen it before. You're going to see Zion Cousins set up under that basket to draw fouls or try to defend the hoop. He's very good at that. Checking in for the Bison will be Andre Toure and Kyle Foster. Spartans are on the attack as the ball is across the court. Far side of the court, 3 is up and missed shot. Rebound, Whitley. Whitley goes back up with it strong, knocks it down for 2 points for the Spartans as Devontae Carter misses that shot. As Ian Lee. Spartans trying to make a press to trap it in the backcourt. As it passes, ball is stolen. Here comes Bryant with the ball, gets it down court, across the court to Bishop. Bishop likes the 3-point shot. As now that is Bryant. Bryant missing off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Carter, Devontae Carter. As now they're going to slow it down. Also checking in for the Spartans of Stratos. Is it Calarius? This is Bishop with the ball, gets it across the court to Bryant. Bryant with the 3, misses the shot. Rebound, Kyle Foster. Foster gets it to Ian Lee. Bison down 14-7, 12:05 to go in the first half. Ian Lee will slow it down. On the court for the Bison, you have Foster, you have Lee, you have Williams, and you have Torrey. On the court for the Spartans, you have Carter. Looks like you have Whitley, you have Calarius, and you have Bryant. Ball is stolen by Whitley. Whitley gets it to Bishop. Bishop back to Whitley. Calarius up with the 2, misses that shot. Rebound will go to the Bison as Wayne Bristol Jr. now has the ball for the Bison. Will bring the ball, penetrates, gets deep, gives it to Andre Toure, who gets it up top to Ian Lee. Ian Lee with the shot, misses that shot. Rebound, Carter. Bison trying to defend the Spartans, who are now on the attack. Down by 7. Jermaine Bishop for 3 points, 17-7.
Yeah, Bison going to have to get maybe an extra player out on him. I don't know if the 2-3 will work against Bishop. He's just too good of an outside shooter. The transfer from St. Louis University.
As Kyle Foster tries to bring the ball down court, loses control. Looks like there's going to be a foul called. Foul was called on Jermaine Bishop. Yeah, Bishop 6'1". He's out of Queens, New York. Yeah. He looks so comfortable taking his jump shot form. He just looks like he's at ease.
He's their leading scorer. He's averaging 13.2 points per game. He sat out last year because of transfer rules, but this is a top.
Is doing the color commentating. Right now, the Spartans are on top by 10, 17-7.
Yeah, Spartans making outside shots, and that has been the big weakness for Howard this year. They just haven't defended the 3 great, in part because they play the 2-3, because they are a bit undersized. They're going to have to get out, though, and defend the 3 here.
As the Spartans have control of the ball, that's Whitley with the ball. It's knocked away by Garvey, but Bishop gets the ball back. So it's back up top to Whitley. Whitley gets it to Carter. Carter is looking to get it back to Bishop. Bishop has been taking 3s with ease. Back to Carter. Carter hesitates, gets it down inside. That's blocked by Cousins, but Cousins gets called for the foul as Calarius went to the hole and at 6'10", he's allowed to go to the hole.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, Calreas is their big post player. He's easily the tallest player on their team. I'm okay with that. Let the ball go down low. Let Cousins try to work his good defensive play. The problem is he can't get in foul trouble. That's his first.
As Calreas is at the line. Spartans up by 10. Knocks down the first one to extend the lead to 11.
Calreas began the year on the bench, seen more playing time recently. Transfer from Hillsborough Community College, born in Greece. 6'10", big lengthy post player.
And Calreas looks like he's the tallest player on the court.
Yeah, he is. I mean, for both teams, not just tall, but he's a well-built, tough player to stop down low. A junior that's starting to figure out how to play at the D1 level.
As he converts the second shot as well, now makes the score 19-7 in favor of the Spartans. They're up by 12 as Zion Cousins comes down to get the ball to help out Nate Garvey bring the ball up court. Cousins is a big man. Gets the ball, Garvey gets the ball across the court to Foster. Foster taking his time, gets it back up top. That's Robinson with the handle for the Bison. Bison down by 12, 10:24 to go in the first half. It's Kyle Foster now with the rock. Looking for some room, trying to get some type of penetration. Nice pass down the side of CJ. CJ up with the jumper, missed shot, rebound, Calreas. And now here comes the Spartans. Spartans on the attack. Carter with the ball on the far side of the court. Carter gets it back up top. That's Bryant. Bryant gets the ball to Whitley. Whitley on the drive, gets it back outside. Whitley may be getting called for that foul. And you and I are used to seeing Zion Cousins set up for that. He gets position better than anybody I've ever seen play, and people run into him.
That's Cousins' specialty.
He's a big guy. How do you miss him?
He needs to be doing a clinic on how to draw offensive fouls. Put up YouTube videos. He'll get thousands of views. He is better at that than anybody we've seen. Absolutely incredible. And you're right. He's a big dude. You can't miss him, but he always draws those fouls.
19-7 is the score. Spartans on top. Now the Spartans come up with the steal. And here comes Carter with the ball for Norfolk State. Gets the ball across the court. The shot is up. Shot is missed. The rebound, Kyle Foster. On the shot was Keshawn Hicks. Here comes Robinson. Robinson directing the offense for the Bison. Trying to get around two Spartans. Can't do that. Gets it back up top to Garvey. Garvey gets to CJ in the near court. 3 points. 2 points. 2 points, CJ Williams. 19-9 is the score.
Bison, the best three-point shooting team in the MEAC. That might be what they have to do. They're going to have a hard time against this defense getting down low. They are just going to have to knock down threes today.
As the Spartans are again on the attack. That's Whitley and Bryant. Bryant gets the ball to Carter. Carter looking for someone to get it to. Gets it back over here to Bryant. Bryant had an awesome move earlier in this game as he gets the ball to Whitley on the far side, and he banks it in. That's the second time we've seen that shot today.
Yeah, we saw in the women's game, too. That one's a killer because that's at the shot clock buzzer. Tough break there for Howard.
As the Spartans are now up by a score 22-9. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. It will be Bison ball.
Substitution for the Spartans.
As it looks like Bishop is checking back in for the Spartans, and Bristol Jr. is checking back in for the Bison. Kyle Foster will come out for Howard.
Yeah, Bison need Bristol Jr. to come in and get some points here. Garvey's got 6 points. C.J. Williams also got a field goal. Bristol Jr. needs to step in here.
Wayne Bristol Jr. with the rock for the Bison. Decides to go to the hole, dishes it out. Shot is up, shot is missed, and it's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, props to Zion Cousins there. He was in position for the rebound and got pushed. As he goes against Devontae Carter. Well done by Cousins there to find position and get ready for the offensive rebound.
Definitely done. Bison bring the ball inbounds as Robinson gets it to CJ. CJ on the drive, gets it up top to Nate Garvey. Garvey, 3 points, Nate Garvey. As Garvey knocks down the three and the Bison lead, cut into the lead. It's now 22-12 in favor of the Spartans. 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Everything for Howard coming from the outside. Again, they're going to have to beat Norfolk from out there today.
Carter with the ball for the Spartans. Gets it to Bishop. Bishop puts it up, and he missed the shot, but he was fouled. Looks like Robinson got called for that foul. And there's a timeout on the court. When we come back, was doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. And Ryan, the key seems to be that the Spartans are going to have to step up on defense and then knock down. The Bison are going to have to step up on defense and then knock down some threes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Howard's going to have to hit from the outside, and they got to pressure Jermaine Bishop on the three-point line a little tighter. They're defending the paint just fine, and they've held Stephen Whitley in check, but it's been Jermaine Bishop who's really beating them.
As he's at the line shooting three. He knocked down the first two. He still has one more coming, as the score is now 24-12 in favor of the Spartans. Checking in for the Spartans will be Ford.
Shooting one.
As Bishop takes his time, knocks down all three shots, so he gets 3 points. 25-12 is now the score. Spartans up by 13 and pressing as Ian Lee tries to bring the ball across the half court line. Gets it to Nate Garvey. Garvey has to get it back to Lee. As Lee gets it to Wayne Bristol Jr. in the corner. Jr. gets it back up top to Garvey. Garvey looking for C.J. Williams. C.J. looking to drive, looking for some room. Gets it to Garvey in the corner. Garvey knocks down a tray. They made the score 25-15.
Nate Garvey doing it all. That's 4 threes for Garvey and then the steal.
As Garvey gets the ball to Ian Lee. Lee gets it over to Wayne Bristol Jr. Down inside to Zion Cousins. Zion wants to spin move, puts it up. Zion Cousins making a score 25-17 as the Spartans are now on the attack. That's Carter with the ball for Norfolk State. Gets the ball down court, and that's Hicks. Ball is in the hands of Bishop, who gets it to Bryant across to Carter. Carter taking his time, looking for someone to get it to. Gets it back to Bishop. Jermaine Bishop has been hot in the first half. Bishop has 12 points already. As Bishop looks to drive and penetrate, can't find anywhere to go. Gets it to Hicks, and that's the shot clock violation. Now that's interesting, Ryan, because when Whitley knocked down that three off a bank shot, they were also at the risk of a shot clock violation.
Yeah, right now, Norfolk State is really trying to be patient, look for their shot. That time, they just lost control of the shot clock. If you're the Bison, you'll take that. They want this game to slow down. They were trailing by double figures. They got it down to 8. The momentum's on their side. Keep the game at the pace it is. That's where Howard wants it.
As Ian Lee brings the ball across the half-court line for the Bison. He is looking for someone to get it to, and there's triple teamed, actually. Gets it to C.J. Williams. C.J. now looking for someone to get it to, as you have Bristol Jr. in the far corner. Gets it down underneath to Zion Cousins. And Cousins puts it up, but he gets fouled. Chris Ford on the foul for the Spartans.
Cousins continuing the evolution. You saw him go to his right against Ford in that last possession. Draws a foul there. Chris Ford is a great defensive post player. He's 4th in the MEAC in block shots. Cousins right now is handling it well down underneath.
On the court for your Spartans, you have Ricks, you have Bryant, you have Bishop, you have Hicks, and Ford. For the Bison, you have Cousins, you have Bristol Jr., you have Garvey, Lee, and now Kyle Foster as C.J. Williams takes a seat. 6:19 to go in the first half, 25-18 is the score. Spartans on top. Zion Cousins misses the second shot. Rebound goes to Ford, who gets it out to Bryant. Bryant gets the ball across the court to Bishop. Bishop back to Bryant. 6:14 to go in the first half. Spartans enjoying a 7-point halftime lead. I mean, a 7-point lead as we're looking at halftime. As Carter puts it up, misses the shot, and it bounces in. It makes the score now 27-18. Here comes Kyle Foster with the ball for the Bison. Foster on the drive, gets it across the court. Bristol Jr. in the corner and misses that shot. Rebound will be, oh, they called a foul as they called a push as Joe Bryant Jr. pushed Zion Cousins.
My goodness, what a massive break for Howard there. That would have been 2 fouls on Cousins. That could have changed the game if that's on Cousins. Instead, it's on Ford. Lucky break.
As Stephen Whitley checks back in and Bryant will take a seat. 27-18 is the score. Spartans on top. Bison have the ball. As Lee gets it into Garvey. Garvey misses that shot. Rebound Carter and the Spartans of Norfolk State. Here comes Whitley as he crosses the half-court line. Whitley gets it to Carter. Carter looking to penetrate. Nice pass down into the corner to Ricks. Ricks gets it back up top to Bishop. Bishop will take his time. 5.5 to go in the first half. Score is 27-18 in favor of the Spartans of Norfolk State. Ball's down inside to Ricks. Ricks on the drive, going to the hole. Zion Cousins tried to get the block. Reached across the body, gets called for the foul.
Yeah, that situation, maybe with your Cousins, you applaud the aggressiveness, but you've been beat. Maybe you let him go, try to preserve that foul.
As that puts Ricks on the line. Spirit Ricks. 6'8" junior, California. Spartans up by 9, 27-18. And he knocks it down. 28-18 is now the score. 5:22 to go in the first half.
Ricks coming off a really good game against Coppin State. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Off to a solid start today with 3 points. He's carried it over.
Shooting 1.
You're watching MEAC Basketball on MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops. As Spirit Ricks knocks it down. Make the score now 29-18. Here come the Bison. As Wayne Bristol Jr. was wide open underneath. Gets the layup. 2 points for the Bison. 29-20 is the score. 5:18 to go in the first half. As Whitley brings the ball across the half-court line for the Spartans. Gets the ball to Carter. Carter wants to take his time. Gets it back to Whitley. Whitley will get it to Bishop. Bishop back to Carter. 5 minutes to go in the first half. As Whitley gets it down underneath to Ricks. Ricks in the battle underneath, and they're going to call. They're calling a foul on Kyle Foster.
And they bumped him with the body just a bit. Not a bad foul, though. Only 6 fouls on the team. You had the ball down low in the post. Stop the play.
As Whitley gets the ball, Calarius. Oh, it's a nice pass into Ricks. And stolen. Here comes Ian Lee on the drive, and the ball's going to be kicked. As Whitley gets his foot up.
Great defensive play by Kyle Foster on the other end. Forcing the turnover, almost got an offensive foul. Lee under control in the fast break. Well played by Howard.
As C.J. Williams will check back in for the Bison. Nate Garvey will have a seat. On the floor for the Bison, you have Williams. You have Bristol Jr. You will have Ian Lee. You also will have Michael Barber as he's checked in. And here comes the Spartans with a trap. They trapped, and then Carter came up with the steal. Gets it to Bishop. Bishop puts it up for 2. As the Spartans had a trap going on. Got Lee in trouble. Got the steal. Got an easy 2. Here come the Bison. Spartans applying pressure, 31-20. They're pressing. As sometimes some of the Bison are being triple teamed by the time they hit the half-court line. As Wayne Bristol Jr. tried to go to the hole, Calarias comes up with the steal or rebound. And here's Carter on the drive. Carter with the mid-range jumper, misses that shot. As Foster will get the rebound, gets to Lee. Lee has it stolen as Whitley gets the ball. And then Lee makes the foul, reaching across the front of Whitley's body.
Yeah, right now they're trapping Lee. The ball might need to go into C.J. Williams' hands when they bring it up the floor. He's kind of sitting back and waiting for a shot at the three-point line. They might just have to have C.J. play point here and really try to take control.
The score is 31-20. We're going to take a quick timeout since there's a timeout on the floor. What you're doing is you're watching the MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops, live from the Bird Gymnasium in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. 31-20, Spartans on top. We'll be right back after this timeout.
It's time to announce who is going to try out to win $10,000. They're going to do the free throw, three-point and half-foot shot in 30 seconds. If they do that, they're going to win $10,000. And if your name is Mr. Joe Bryant, you have a chance to win $10,000. Come meet us over here under the flag. If you are Joe, everybody give up for Joe Bryant. Where you at, Joe? That's not Joe. You need to show ID, Joe. Joe Bryant for $10,000 coming up at halftime. Y'all give it up one more time for Joe.
Welcome back to the Bird Gymnasium in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., on the beautiful campus of Howard University. As the Norfolk State Spartans pay the Bison a visit, and the Spartans right now haven't been good guess.
They're up by 11. Yeah, Bison are shooting the ball pretty well. Unfortunately, Spartans at 48%. They've been more aggressive. The Bison were hanging in there, but a couple recent turnovers have turned the tide a bit.
Score is now 31-20. Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. My name is Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play this afternoon. And we're waiting for Whitley, Stephen Whitley. He gets 2 foul shots. Or is it 1-1? I believe he gets a 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. I thought he was shooting it there. It came about 5 feet short, but no, he was just tossing it back to the official.
I thought so, too, at first.
1-1 here for Whitley. Bison have held Stephen Whitley, the preseason All-MEAC second teamer, in check today. It has been the outside shooting of Jermaine Bishop that has really given them problems. He's had some good looks and recently been able to get it to the rim.
31-20 is the score. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans on top by 11. Whitley knocks down the first shot, so he'll get another one. Making the score now 32-20 in favor of Norfolk State. Spartans coming into this one 6-11 overall, but 2-0 in conference play. The Bison are 2-14 overall, 0-2 in conference play. As a shot short, Nate Garvey comes up with the rebound, gets it to Robinson. Jaleel Robinson races across the half-court line, gets the ball to C.J. Williams. C.J. Williams looking for some room, gets it down underneath the Barber. Barber going up and puts it down for 2 points from Michael Barber. Here come the Spartan, that's Spirit Ricks, and he misses a shot. Rebound to C.J. Williams. 32-22 is the score. C.J. up for 3, misses that shot. Rebound to the Spartans. Coming in for the Spartans, that's number 55, Keonze Chavis.
Right call there. CJ was outside of the half arc. He was in position. You got to make that call. Well done by Williams to get back in transition.
Definitely so. So did he just take a page out of Zion Cousins?
I think he did. Yeah, CJ. You know, that's something Howard does well. Look, they will make turnovers. They do a good job getting back on the defensive end, and they're solid at getting in position and drawing a charge, and CJ did that right there.
As Nate Garvey will bring the ball in for the Bison. As he gets it to Barber. Barber gets it back to Garvey. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Scores 32-22 in favor of the Spartans. Here comes Garvey on the attack. Gets the ball up top to Robinson. Robinson calling out the signals as Barber comes out to give him some help. He decides to penetrate, gets it underneath the Barber. Barber is trapped underneath, but gets it up top, to the corner to Bristol. Bristol misses that shot. Rebound to the Spartans as Ricks brings it up. Gets it to Bishop. Bishop gets it over to Chavis. Chavis across the court to Spirit, who gets it down inside. And 2 points. 2 points for the Spartans as Chavis gets the 2.
It's nice ball movement. Spartans are a veteran team, very good at passing it around. A nice play there.
Caliarius was in there on the pass. It's a nice dish. As you have Garvey, who gets it over to Bristol Jr. Bristol Jr. cannot control the rebound. As you see, Wayne Bristol Jr. was a little frustrated, went to the hole, missed the shot, tried to get the rebound.
You know, Wayne Bristol Jr. thrives off getting to the paint, getting to the rim. Tonight might be the night you're just going to have to step back and shoot threes. They're not facing a tall team, but a sturdy team, a big team that takes up a lot of room in the paint. It just might be a night where Bristol's going to have to stay back on the outside and make threes.
As Tyrese Jenkins checks in for the Spartans. And the ball is down to, it's almost stolen. It's going to be Bison ball. As the ball went into the corner to Deshaun Hicks. And Hicks had the ball knocked out of his hands by Barber. And they called it Bison ball.
Barber's looking good off the bench. He had 2 points. This is the kind of performance the Bison need. They need another big player to step into that rotation. Michael Barber's a candidate. Coach Blakeney wants him to continue to progress, and he is in this first half.
I totally agree with that. 2:22 to go in the first half. 34-22 is the score. Spartans on top. Bison have the ball. That's Robinson bringing the ball across the half-court line. Robinson looking to drive. Gets it to CJ. CJ from deep. Misses that shot. Rebound, Nate Garvey. Garvey now looking to penetrate. Does get the ball deep inside. Puts it up. Nice little soft jumper, Nate Garvey.
Nate Garvey having a first half, continuing to pace this offense.
Spartans lead is now 10, 34-24. 1 minute, 50 seconds to go. Chavis in the corner on the far side of the court. Chavis decided to try to penetrate. Changes his mind. Gets it back up top. That's Bishop with the ball back to Chavis. Chavis now wants to take the 3 and misses that shot. Rebound. Barber was underneath. And they're going to say it's by Spartan ball.
Yeah, I think Barber knew, okay, I touched that last. I'm not going to be able to save it. Let me just pretend like my opponent hit it, and maybe the official will give me the call.
34-24, 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the first half. You're watching MEAC Basketball on the MEAC Digital Network. The broadcast on Flow Hoops featuring the Bison and the Spartans. Howard University hosting Norfolk State. Ricks underneath, goes in, and he traveled. Travel called on Ricks. As Barber, as you said, he's making his presence known. He caused Ricks to hesitate a little bit, which caused the travel. Now it'll be Bison ball.
Barber, just huge minutes right now. Bison able to hang in there with Cousins on the bench.
As you have Robinson bringing the ball up court for the Bison. He gets to the Garvey. Garvey looking to penetrate. Gets it underneath the Barber. And Michael Barber missed the shot. Tried to get the tip in. Missed that tip as well. Rebound goes to the Spartans. And then Robinson knocks it away as Chavis was the intended target. Gets it to CJ in the corner. CJ misses that shot. Rebound, Michael Barber. Barber going up strong. Calarius with the foul. 2 points from Michael Barber. Calarius, I think he was just out of position.
Michael Barber's best half of the season by far. He continues to go to work. You're right. He was up against a player out of position. Barber took advantage, found that crease. Huge minutes from Michael Barber right now.
Barber at the line for the Bison. Bison are only shooting 50% from the charity stripe. He puts it up and he misses that shot. Rebound goes to Ricks for the Spartans. Spartans have the ball in the lead. 34-26 is the score. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the first half. As there's Chavis with the ball now for the Spartans. Bishop had a little bit of trouble trying to get it across the half-court line. Shot clock at 15. Game clock at 53 seconds. As down inside, Chavis on the shots. Up, missed shot. Rebound, C.J. Williams. It appears as though the Bison are getting confident. Only down by 8. They were down double digits.
Yeah, they get this to 2 possessions at halftime. That'd be a massive win.
Nate Garvey with the ball for the Bison. Gets it across the court to Wayne Bristol Jr. Jr. on the drive. They call the foul. Well, no.
It's on Barber. Barber leaned in, yeah, with that right shoulder. He knew it. It was right in front of the official. Tough play.
As now it will be the Spartans bringing it in. Chavis will be getting down the ball for the Spartans. And it looks like you're going to have Darrell Anderson and Carter check in for the Spartans. Coming out, you have Tyrese Jenkins. So with 26 seconds to go in the first half, Spartans up by 8. Looks like they're going to take their time. They don't have to take a shot until the last 2 seconds or 1 second or so. It looks like that's what Bishop is going to do. Just let the clock run. Shot clock is off. Spartans on top by 8, 34-26. Bishop on the drive, wants to penetrate, gets underneath. Oh, Ricks missed the easy layup. Rebound and out of bounds with 0.1 second on the clock. That's a 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, Bison got a break. They gave him a bunny. It was missed. Big difference between being down by 8 points and 10 points at halftime.
Definitely so. And they tried to touch and shoot, but that wouldn't work. A 1/10 of a second is not enough time. That's the end of the first half. Norfolk State on top, 34-26. You're watching the MEAC Basketball on the MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man, Ryan P.
You got 15 seconds. Go on, Joe. 2 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all good, guys. Joe. We got a halftime performance coming up.
How you doing? Good. Very good. You can hear it? Well, I'm not down there. I'm in the office, so I turned on the show. Oh, really? Messing up. So, messing up. Oh, sounds good, though. That sounds good.
Everybody show some love for one of DMG's upcoming songsters.
I gotta make sure I don't move before Howard.
Tommy.
Oh, yeah. At the beginning, I was like, oh, wait. I was about to text you.
Yeah, but I can't reach.
I know. I was about to text you. Hey, I think you got the new one.
Yeah, you do. This one,
Yeah. And I was about to text you. Because the scoreboard wasn't working on the screen. So,
that's what I kept saying.
yeah, I was about to text you. It's not working. But I heard you saying the time and stuff.
They're always good. Every time that happens, they sing.
No, it's somebody different too.
Hey, don't you see that trying to escape from you?
Y'all give it up one more time for Tommy. She forgot to tell you that song is already playing on 97.3, the Beat FM. So you don't have to request it nowhere else. Just go to www.thebeat973fm.com. So you can hear Tommy and every other independent artist that the other FM stations don't play. We are the home of the independents. We play it with you one again. Now we got it here on the Beat 97.3 FM.
It's MEAC Basketball on the MEAC Digital Network, broadcast on Flow Hoops. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play, my man Ryan Pierce doing the color commentating. We're featuring the Howard University Bison taking on the Spartans of Norfolk State. Right now the score is 34-26 in favor of the Spartans. But Ryan, there's some things that the Bison can do after that first half to get back into this contest.
Yeah, Bison hung in there. I think, number one, you have to defend the outside shot. Bishop had too many looks in that first half. Jermaine Bishop, a couple big threes to give the Spartans that early advantage. And on the offensive end, you have to avoid turnovers. The Bison had 4 turnovers in their first 4 possessions. And when the Spartans really took control of the game, Bisons were turning the ball over. So defend the perimeter, avoid turnovers, and continue to knock down outside shots. Nate Garvey had 3 threes. CJ Williams had a couple. If you can do that and you're Howard, you can hang in this game.
I agree with you there. Also, I think they may have to improve on the shooting from the floor. They're only shooting 35%, whereas the Spartans are shooting like, 43%, 42% at this point. From beyond the arc, it's interesting. Both teams are taking the same amount of shots and converted the same amount of baskets.
Yeah, and the Spartans hit most of those threes early. That's the Bison's game. They lead the MEAC in three-point field goal percentage. They're having a hard time getting the ball down low. This might be one of those times where you say, look, we're down by 8 at halftime. If we are going to make a run, we simply have to hit threes. Might as well shoot them. So the Bison, I think, if they're going to be successful, keep working the ball around the perimeter and knock down your open looks.
And you're gonna say, Trevin, get off the broken record, but I'm going to harp on this again, just like I did with the women's game earlier today. By the way, the women in the women's game, the Norfolk State Lady Spartans, they beat the Bison by a score of 83-80, and it literally came down to the last shot of the game to decide whether or not it was going to be a loss or overtime. I said in that game that the key would be the boards. In this game, I believe the key will be rebounds again. And guess what? It's a dead heat on rebounds. I mean, how many times have you seen that in a basketball game?
Yeah, you don't see that too often. These two teams, look, the Bison have been undersized against a lot of opponents this year. When it comes to size, these two teams are pretty even. They're both guard dominated. They both like to shoot from the outside. Norfolk State's very good defensively. I think that's a crucial stat for Howard because Norfolk State is a tough defensive group. The Bison cannot give up second chance opportunities. And offensively, they're going to have to get a few second chance looks if they want to make a comeback here.
And an interesting point, when I'm looking at the stats, you see that the Spartans, they've gotten to the charity stripe 10 times, whereas the Bison have only been there 5 times.
Yeah.
So half the times. And when I mentioned rebounds, they're tied at 18 rebounds apiece. So a difference can be, would you say, getting to the charity stripe.
Yeah, Bison are going to have to find a way to at least keep Norfolk State off the line. And I've been saying Howard wants to take outside shots. If they can get a crease and get to the rim, they may be better at just trying to draw contact as opposed to trying to finish against this sturdy interior defense. Bison are going to have to get to the free throw line. Most importantly, though, when you get there, you got to knock down your free throws against a team that doesn't give you very many good looks offensively.
And what's interesting is when you look at the personal fouls, usually coaches look at fouls, and that could be a big X factor in some games. Nobody's in foul trouble. Nobody has over 2 fouls. But then when you do look at the points, it's interesting when I look at the points because the leaders here, you have Jermaine Bishop, not Stephen Whitley for the Spartans. Bishop with 14 points. Whitley has 8. But then Nate Garvey is leading the Bison with 14 points. And you have Michael Barber with 4, Zion Cousins with 3, and Charles Williams, CJ with 3.
Yeah, CJ a quiet half, Wayne Bristol a quiet half. It really was Nate Garvey's half, 14 of their 26 points, including 4 3-pointers. It looks like he's the guy Norfolk State is going to say, look, we'll stay off him a little bit. We'll try to shut down CJ and Wayne Bristol Jr. Garvey's knocking them down. He needs some help on that outside. CJ's going to knock down a few shots. He did hit one in the first half. And Wayne Bristol Jr. was almost a non-factor offensively. He's going to have to come back and continue to play well as he has been the past couple of weeks.
And again, since we're talking turnovers and charity stripe, I do see that the Bison, Nate Garvey, again, is leading the Bison with 3 steals. I think that's interesting because then you have, for the Spartans, you have Joe Bryant, Stephen Whitley, and Devontae Carter, each with 2 steals apiece. The Bison might have to step it up defensively.
Yeah, they're going to have to force some turnovers. Offensively, you can't turn the ball over. Defensively, you're going to have to force some mistakes. Norfolk State is such a steady team, led by Stephen Whitley, who was quiet in terms of scoring in that first half, but he impacts the game in so many ways. One of them is controlling the basketball. Howard, even out of the 2-3, though, is going to have to force some mistakes.
You're in the middle of tonight's MEAC Digital Network broadcast on Flow Hoops, featuring the Bison of Howard University hosting the Spartans of Norfolk State. Right now, the Spartans are on top by a score of 34-26. My name's Trevin A. Jones. I'm doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating, and he's doing an excellent job, if I may say so myself. Ryan, what do you anticipate the Bison doing to get back into the game and the Spartans doing to try to hold them off?
Yeah, Spartans are going to try to come out quick. I mean, we saw that earlier this week against Bethune-Cookman. Bison were in it at halftime. Bethune-Cookman came out and exploded in the third quarter. Norfolk State wants to push the ball. They're going to try to get in transition and get some quick points. On the other end, if the Bison are to get back in this, they need some outside shots to fall, and they need to fall early. C.J. Williams has to knock down something from deep. They're going to need more production from Wayne Bristol Jr. If they can get a couple early threes, get this down to a possession or two, things will change. But Norfolk State, you know they're going to come out, and they're going to try to push it early.
As we're about to tip off the second half here in the Burr, every basketball experience in the Burr is a good one. Whether the Bison come up on the losing end or the winning end, all the games are always exciting in this type of atmosphere in this arena.
These are the fun ones. Early conference matchups. Bison against their rival Norfolk State. Early on in the MEAC season, the women's game was fun. The men's game is fun. There's always a little something more to these games.
Definitely so, as we see that the players are about to get it underway again on the court for the Bison. You have Williams, you have Zion Cousins, Wayne Bristol Jr., and you have Nate Garvey, as well as Khalil Robinson. On the court for your Spartans, you have, that's Ricks, Spirit Ricks. You also have Stephen Whitley. You have Jermaine Bishop, as well as Joe Bryant Jr. and Chris Ford, as that is Whitley with the ball, gets it back to Bryant. Bryant gets it to Ricks. Ricks underneath, tried to go to Ford. Ford gets it up, 2 points for the Spartans.
Wayne Bristol Jr. is in a tough spot there. He either can go down and try to go for the steal or shoot out and try to prevent the 3. Just a tough spot for him to be into that 2-3.
36-26 is now the score in favor of the, 36-26 is now the score in favor of the Spartans, as CJ, being double teamed, gets the ball to Nate Garvey. Garvey gets to Robinson. Robinson on the drive. Mid-range jumper, misses that shot. Rebound, Ricks. Ricks of the Spartans gets the ball to Whitley. Whitley's going to bring it across the half-court line, taking his time. Gets it to Bishop. Bishop was hot from the outside in the first half. That's Bryant now with the ball. Back to Bishop, back to Whitley. Whitley back to Bishop, back to Bryant. Bryant going to take the 3. Misses that shot. Rebound, Zion Cousins was up there high. Chris Ford, as well as Stephen Whitley, were there. We'll see what the foul was called on Whitley.
Perfect defensive set there for the Bison. You rotate well. You contest the outside shot. You got Cousins up there going up strong for the rebound. That's what you want to do. That's when the 2-3 is working at its best.
Garvey brings the ball inbounds, gets it to Cousins, who gives it back to Garvey. The Spartans up by 8, 34. I'm sorry, the Spartans up by 10, 36-26. As that's Garvey now with the ball, gets the ball to Wayne Bristol Jr. Being covered by Ricks. That is now Khalil with the ball as he drives down inside. Nice one. Zion Cousins with the slam dunk. Robinson on a nice dish inside. Cousins wide open, makes the Spartans pay. The score is now 36-28 in favor of the Spartans.
Robinson leads the team in assists. Cousins, nice little pick and roll. That's a good play for Howard. Let's see if they do it again.
As the Spartans are now setting it up, that's Whitley with the ball, gets it to Ricks. Ricks gets it across to Bishop. Bishop trying to get the drive. Mid-range jumper, misses the shot. Rebound. Bristol Jr. goes out to Garvey. Garvey gets the ball to Robinson. Robinson pushing the ball across the half-court line. Coach Kenneth Blakely has him slow it down just a tad. Robinson going to the far side of the court. Now decides to penetrate, does drive, gets it to Cousins again. Zion not ready. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, freshman mistake there. Robinson zipped that pass from about 5 feet away. it's hard when the game's going that quickly. C.J. Williams had popped out. He had a look from the right wing. That probably would have been the better option, but that's something the freshman will get down in time.
Kashawn Hicks checks in for the Spartans, and so does Devontae Carter. Carter going to bring the ball across the half-court line. That's Hicks with the ball. Hicks trying to drive. Almost lost it. Gets it back up top. That is Bryant, Joe Bryant Jr. with the ball. Bryant going to take his time, get it to Jermaine Bishop. Bishop back to Bryant. Bryant to Carter in the near corner of the court. Carter gets it back up top. Far side of the court to Bishop. Bishop on the drive. Gets it to Hicks. Hicks for three. Misses the shot. Rebound forward. Ford puts it back up tough and strong. 2 points Spartans.
Good defense, but Williams just a little bit out of position. Tough, though, when you got 3 Spartans next to you.
38-28 is the score as Robinson now has the ball for the Bison. Gets the ball to C.J. C.J. misses the shot. Rebound. Strong rebound by Hicks. Brings it down for Norfolk State. Gets it to Carter. Carter gets it back to Hicks. That's Bishop now with the ball. Bishop's going to take his time. Gets the ball over to Carter. Gets it back to Bishop. Ford setting the pick. As Carter drives. Nope. Gets it across the court. Bishop for the three. Knocks it down. Jermaine Bishop. 3 points.
Second best three-point percentage in the conference. Garvey defended it well. He had a hand in his face. Bishop just drilled it.
41-28 is now the score. Spartans on top. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Bison ball.
Out of bounds, possession, Bison.
As the Bison going to bring the ball inbounds. Bristol Jr. will try to inbound the ball to Robinson, but gets it to Cousins, who helps out, and it's a foul called. It's going to be on Jermaine Bishop. Bishop getting called for the foul. 41-28 is the score. Spartans on top. 13-point lead. Again, the Spartans coming into this one with a record of 6 wins against 11 losses. They're 2-0 in the conference. It's the officials trying to settle things down underneath.
Yeah, Devontae Carter kind of gnawing at C.J. Williams. C.J. saying, I'm not doing anything, as he looks to Coach Blakeney.
As Bristol Jr. gets the ball into Robinson. Robinson gets it to C.J. C.J. looking. C.J. driving. C.J. to the hole. No basket. Devontae Carter had just been, the officials said to him to calm down. So then C.J. being smart, he's going to take advantage of it and goes right at him, and he gets called for the foul.
Yeah, Carter's played good defense today on C.J. Williams. He's been drawn with that matchup. That time, Williams able to beat him, draw contact. That's 3 on Norfolk State, something to keep in mind as we only about 3 minutes in.
Nate Garvey for the three, misses that shot. Long rebound to Devontae Carter. Carter driving down court, dice dish to Bryant. And Joe Bryant Jr. can't control the ball, goes out of bounds. And the officials are saying, is Spartan ball?
Yeah, Coach Blakeney didn't like it. CJ looked like he touched it at the last second. I'm not sure if it then ricocheted off a Norfolk State player.
So it's going to be Spartan ball. 41-28 is the score. As Hicks gets the ball up top to Carter. Carter looking for someone to get it to, and he gets it to Bishop. Bishop now gets the ball across the across the court to Bryant. Ball comes back to the near side of the court. Bishop has it, and Zion Cousins gets called for the foul as Chris Ford underneath had position. One up, Cousins fouled him.
Yeah, Ford a couple nice offensive rebounds. Right now, Jermaine Bishop, Khalil Robinson's so active on the top of that 2-3. The issue is he's about 5'11". Bishop has a couple inches on him at 6'1". He's going to try to take it over Robinson each time of that jumper, and he really can when he wants it. If he misses, the Bison have to get that, like we talked about at halftime, driving that defensive rebound.
Got it. As Ford is at the line for the Spartans, scores 41-28. Spartans on top. 16:03 to go in this contest. We're in the second half. So in contrast to the women's game earlier, you have 4 periods. This one you have 2 halves. Which one do you prefer?
You know, they made the change a couple years ago for women's game. I like the tradition of the 2 halves because you don't see that anywhere else. However, there's something just congruent in makes sense having 4 quarters. I think knowing that quarter break coming up does help. I'm not sure. I go back and forth. I kind of like the way it is. Men 2 halves, women 4 quarters.
Okay. As the Bison will bring the ball inbounds, 41-28 is the score.
Now, you're a quarter fan.
I think I am.
Yeah.
I really think I am. It just seems like there's more excitement. It seems like the intensity just builds up as you come close to the end of a quarter, as you indicated.
I do like the idea of resetting fouls, though. Maybe at the 10-minute mark, maybe they can do that in the men's game. I think that would help out.
As C.J. Williams driving to the hole, you can hear the fans react. It looks like a push. Zion Cousins goes up for the 2. Now makes the score 41-30 with 15.5 minutes to go in the contest. As going to the hole is Bryant. Bryant gets it up to Bishop. Bishop for 3, misses the shot. Rebound Ford. Ford goes up, tried to dunk and missed the dunk. The ball is loose as Carter gets the ball. Now he goes up, and that's blocked as Wayne Bristol Jr. comes in to help out.
The interior defense stepping up for the Bison, but they've got to protect the ball. You can't turn it over like that off the defensive rebound.
As there's a break on the court, we'll take a timeout on the floor. You're watching the MEAC Digital Network on Flo Hoops. The score 41-30 in favor of the Spartans. We'll be back after this timeout.
Canberra Hotel is proud sponsor of Howard Athletics. Hotel is close to the university and offers a discount by the baseball. Howard Athletics event. For preferred race, please visit Howard Athletics site. Look on our logo or call the hotel directly at 202-299-1188. That's 202-299-1188. This year is the 50th year of the MEAC. Offers a definite contest. Get the best flag line or slogan that can be used all year round. The winner of the contest will receive a $1,000 all position at the 6th Jeff Cunningham from the MEAC office. That's the first horn.
Welcome back to the Bird Gymnasium in the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. on the beautiful campus of Howard University. You're watching MEAC Hoops on the MEAC Digital Network on Flo Hoops. I'm Trevor A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. It's the Bison and the Spartans. Right now, the Spartans of Norfolk State are on top by a score of 41-30, and it's going to be Spartan ball. As it looks like Devontae Carter is going to bring it in for the Spartans. And you have Bishop, you have Hicks, you have Ford all on the court for the Spartans, where you have Robinson, you have Foster, you have Cousins, Williams, and Garvey on the court for the Bison.
Foster recovered well there. One thing you don't want to do in the 2-3, you don't want to jump up in the air because you don't have as much help as you would in the man-to-man because everybody's in their zone spot. But Foster does a good job getting a recovery there.
As the Spartans are on the attack, that's Carter, Devontae Carter with the ball for Norfolk State. As he looks to penetrate, shot clock down to 8 seconds. He does drive. Zion Cousins on the defense. Carter gets his own rebound, puts it up, gets it in. Devontae Carter stayed with the play, got the rebound, put it back up and in. 43-30 is the score. 14:40 to go in the contest. That is Garvey with the ball, gets it to Foster. Foster taking his time. Bison down by 13. The Bison are only shooting 35% from the floor. That hurts.
They've cooled off in the second half. They were solid in the first.
C.J. Williams with the 3. Go ahead.
And that's exactly what the doctor ordered there, Trevin. As we talk about their shooting slumps, C.J. a big 3. That gets it to 10. Let's see if they can build off it.
As the Spartans are now on the attack, only up by 10. As Hicks steps on the line, it's going to be Bison ball. It's Kashawn Hicks got the ball, tried to set it up for his jumper from 3 points out, but he stepped on the line.
Hicks can score. He's coming off his biggest game of the year against Coppin State. He scored 12 points. That time, Bison catch a break. His heel was on the line before he caught it, or as he was catching it.
As C.J. Williams knocking down that 3, that's big because he only had 3 points at the end of the first half. So maybe he can get something going here in the second half for the Bison. The Spartans, by the way, Jermaine Bishop has been their man. So we'll see if we'll see any more fireworks from him. CJ for 3. Misses that shot off the front of the rim. Rebound, Joe Bryant Jr. Joe Bryant Jr. bringing the ball across the half-court line. Looks like he wants to drive. Almost passed the ball past himself. It looks like there's an injury on the play. It looks like Jermaine Bishop might have hurt his leg.
Yeah, Bishop wobbling towards the sideline. I think he was trying to come up and play offense, and whatever it is, just nagging him too much. We'll keep an eye on him. Hope he's okay.
Score is 43-33. Spartans on top. Military Appreciation Day here in the Burr. Right now, the Bison are being led by Nate Garvey with 14 points. And it looks like the Spartans are getting their lead from Jermaine Bishop, who has 17. Down inside to Carter. Carter looking for some room. Nice spin move by Carter. He puts it up and gets it in. That was sweet.
That was well played. And actually, Cousins got back on defense, almost made the play with a block. Carter just too good.
Bison now on the attack. Does Nate Garvey with the ball as he gets it up to Robinson. Robinson looking for some room, gets it to CJ. CJ looks like he wants to shoot, gets it across to Kyle Foster. Foster looking to drive. Foster does drive, and it's going to be a foul. The foul is called on the Spartans of Norfolk State, and that's going to be Deshaun Hicks with the call.
Looks like Hicks reached in before Foster got to the rim and knocked over a Spartans player.
Interesting thing I haven't seen from the Bison so far this season, which they left me with the impression of last season. Kyle Foster and Raymond Bethea Jr. usually are good sharpshooters from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Foster's cooled off a little bit over the past couple weeks. He got off to a great start. He had a wonderful non-conference season. He hasn't been quite as hot in the conference season. That's something that really the Bison could use a boost from. As Foster could start knocking down some threes off the bench, it'd be huge.
As you see, Chavis taking the mop and actually trying to get the floor dry for the players. And Chavis is actually a player.
Doing everything.
Providing some assistance.
I think he was selling popcorn before the game.
That's Keontae Chavis we're talking about. He's a, 6'4"? 6'4" redshirt junior, Chesapeake, Virginia. Plays for the Spartans, Norfolk State. Spartans are on top right now, 45-33. 13-11 to go in the contest. It seems like all the players are a little concerned about a wet spot under the rim. So Robinson will bring the ball in for the Bison. Gets it to CJ. And nice little tap up for 2 points for CJ.
Utilizing CJ's athleticism, that's something Howard doesn't get to do all the time. CJ going up and putting that in.
As the Spartans are now on the attack, 12 minutes to go in the contest. 45-35, Norfolk State up by 10. Devontae Carter with the ball. Gets the ball across the court to Chavis. Chavis brings it back up top, gets it to Carter. As Chavis is looking underneath, that's Carter again. Carter on the drive, puts it up and misses the shot, but I think he gets fouled. They're going to call the foul with a push.
Yeah, they're saying Foster got him with the body. Bison have got the 2-3 down right now against Norfolk State. They've identified the shooters. They are packing it in defensively. They're forcing players like Carter to drive to the rim. That time he got to the free throw line. Bison are making things tough for Norfolk State, but they've got to make some shots on the offensive end.
They definitely have. As Carter goes to the line, as Devontae Carter has knocks that down, makes it 46-35. As you have Bristol Jr., you have Barber, you have Garvey, Williams, and Robinson on the court for the Bison.
Barber, big first half, 4 points, some nice defensive play. They're going to need him to do it again here in the second.
Second shot's missed. Michael Barber comes up with the rebound, gets it to Robinson. Khalil Robinson trying to get the ball across the half-court line. Gets help from Nate Garvey. Calarias is on Garvey. Back to Robinson. Robinson for 3. Misses that shot. Barber taps it back out to Bristol Jr., who gets it across the court to CJ. CJ Williams in the near court. Gets it across the court to Garvey. Gets to Robinson. Back to Garvey. Underneath to Bristol Jr. Bristol Jr. for a short jumper. Gets the roll. And it's in. Now the lead is only 9. 46-37.
Bison have kept it manageable. It's a matter of getting a stop, making a run, and getting it down to 2 possessions.
As Hicks misses that shot. Rebound. Robinson. Bison have the ball. Here comes Bristol Jr. going to the hole. Puts it up. Nice little soft touch. Misses the shot. Can't handle the rebound, but it's going to be Bison ball. 11 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the contest. Score is 46-37. There's a timeout on the floor, so that means we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching the MEAC Digital Network on Flo Hoops.
Versus Norfolk State. For more information, visit BisonTickets.com. That's BisonTickets.com. Looking for a great man, part-time Jonathan Brown. Then check out the 2026 applying today at census 2026.gov/John. That's 2026.gov/John. 4,000 people diagnosed every year with life threatening blood cancer, such as leukemia, and lymphoma. For the past 30 years, the MEAC operated by the largest, most
Hang it in there.
our athletics is a proud partner. Be the MEAC, fight to save
How you
lives.
feel?
That's
Oh,
the
good.
first
I
one.
got it.
Welcome back to the Bird Gymnasium in the nation's capital on the beautiful campus of Howard University. It's the Norfolk State Spartans paying the Bison a visit. The Spartans up by a score of 46-37. And you're watching MEAC Hoops on the MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops. All games are archived when they're streamed live. Michael Barber inside for the Bison. Can't get the bucket. Can't get the rebound. Rebound goes to the Spartans. The Spartans are now on the attack. As that's Chavis at the top. Barber gets down court, blocks the ball away, and it's going to be Bison ball. Give Michael Barber some credit. He didn't accomplish what he wanted to at the offensive end of the court, but raced down to the defense to make it happen.
Yes, sir. Michael Barber, big man running. If you are Coach Blake and you're any coach, you salivate over that. That is what you want to see from your big man, and Barber doing the work.
As Nate Garvey tries to bring the ball across the half-court line, and that is Devontae Carter playing defense for the Spartans. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It will be Bison ball. Bison down by 9. They've been trailing for most of this game, if not all of it. As Robinson now has the ball. He's being double-teamed. Gets the ball to Bristol Jr., who gets it to Garvey. This is Joe Bryant Jr. on Garvey. That's to C.J. Williams. C.J. being covered by Devontae Carter. C.J. gets the ball to Bristol. Hicks gets the steal. Back to Carter. Carter looking, puts it up, and gets the foul called on Bristol Jr.
Yeah, I think that should be on the ground before he got it up. Let's see what the official interprets here. Yeah, I think so. So
They called him with a push.
Yeah, I got it in the air too. Let's say that's a good foul if they called on the ground.
They put him on the line. Oh,
Yeah.
it's 1-1.
Yeah.
Got you. Now, the Spartans as a team, they're shooting 75% from the charity stripe, whereas the Bison are only shooting 40%. And as we made note earlier, the Spartans are making it to the charity stripe twice as many times as the Bison.
Bison missed a handful of free throws in that first half, kind of coming back to haunt him here. Still only down by 9. You know, Howard has hung in it. A little bit of underdogs today. They played competitive. They got down early. They haven't let that deficit explode on them. They're in position. They just need some shots to go.
As Carter makes the second one, now it's a 10-point lead again. The Bison did get it down as close as 7, I believe. As Garvey gets the ball way down court to Barber. Barber decides to go up. No, gets it out to Bristol Jr., who gets it back up top to Robinson, who takes the shot. Misses the three-point shot. Rebound, Chavis. Here comes the Spartans. Chavis gets the ball across the half-court line. Gets it to Joe Bryant Jr. Misses the three-point shot. Rebound, C.J. Williams. C.J. gets it down to Bristol Jr. Back to Barber. Barber puts it up. Oh, Michael Barber. He almost looked like he could have slammed it. 47-39 is the score. Spartans on top.
Barber continues to hustle, continues to get rewarded. Bison down by 8 now.
As Calarias gets the ball stolen from him, and here comes the Bison as Nate Garvey gets to the Robinson. Robinson try to alley-oop. CJ underneath. CJ goes up against 2 Spartans, misses the shot. Rebound, Hicks. Hicks trying to get control of the ball, gets it back to Joe Bryant Jr.
Yeah, may have been some contact there. CJ trying to draw the foul. I thought he earned it, but no call. It was close.
Spartans up by 8, 47-39. 9.5 minutes to go in the contest. Here comes Carter. Carter gets it down to Hicks. Hicks tried to change his shot, does get it up and in. CJ trying to help out to no avail. 49-39 is the score.
Hicks knew CJ was coming. Nicely done, hung in the air, let Williams go by and scored.
Robinson with the ball, gets it to Garvey. Garvey to CJ. CJ trying to drive, takes a little short jumper. 2 points, CJ Williams.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot and a big moment from CJ.
49-41. Here comes Carter for the Spartans, and he's fouled. That was a hard foul as he goes down on the other side. as Carter was trying to go on the fast break. C.J. Williams on the foul. Devontae Carter still down on the other side of the hoop.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where Carter got hit. Look, I thought CJ was going for the block. He didn't want to give Carter the easy layup, but he didn't push him with the body. I don't think he got him above the shoulder. That would be the thing the officials would look at if they do want to check out a replay. Hopefully Carter's okay. Really good game for him. Hard-nosed player, coming off the bench, always pushing. Seems like he'll be okay, though, as he's getting worked on.
And it could have been, he could have landed wrong.
Sure.
I mean, when these guys are athletes and they're sweating and they're hustling, and I'm quite sure they're cramping up a little bit. So, and it looks like that may have been what it was, as Carter is up and walking off on his own power. So sometimes that can happen when you come down on a fast break, and especially this late in a game, and you're expending all of your energy, and you just land. And once you land, sometimes you can get a cramp real quick.
You're thinking, you're going up. You're not really thinking about the after. You're thinking, I got to try to finish this play. I want to get that and one. And then you're coming down, and in a split second, you have to readjust the legs. Or
correct.
Sometimes you're not even doing anything. You just land on whatever you can land on. It is a tough spot to be in, and that's where you see probably a lot of the injuries in basketball are on plays like that. Thankfully, Carter, tough player, hard-nosed guy. He looks like he'll be okay.
Yep, he's up and ready to go. He's already standing in the huddle with the Spartans. So it is going to be the Spartans ball when we come back. I mean, well, we'll stay right here instead of taking a break this time. You're watching MEAC Conference Hoops, the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference basketball on the MEAC Digital Network and Flow Hoops. And I'm Trevor A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. We're having a good time. It's been a beautiful Saturday afternoon, evening, and great basketball.
What a fun day. This is the kind of basketball you want to see. Competitive women's game. Men's game's been hard fought, and they are calling a flagrant one foul on CJ. A little surprised about that, but of course they have the advantage of replay, and they can take a look at it, and that's what you want to do if you're the official. You look at the replay, you get the call right.
So he's going to shoot the shot. He knocks it down. And he's stretching. So again, Ryan, I believe it was a cramp probably at the end of that play, as Devontae Carter's at the line shooting another one. And he misses the second one. So now it's still going to be Spartan ball. 50-41 is the score. Still just 9 points. As Carter has to come out.
Yeah, Carter, that leg's still bugging him. He'll come out and try to stretch that out.
On the floor for the Spartans, you have Chavis, you have Bishop, you have Hicks, you have Calarius, and you have Whitley. On the floor for the Bison, you have Robinson, you have Bristol Jr., you have Cousins, Foster, and Williams. Robinson gets his hands on the ball, deflects it, but Bishop gets the ball back. Now Bishop gets the ball to Chavis. Chavis on the drive, mid-range jumper, missed the shot. Long rebound, Kyle Foster gets it. And now drives to the hole, puts it up, and he gets fouled as Kyle Foster with a good move to the hole.
That's the massive play the Bison needed. If Foster can sink this free throw, that makes it a two-possession game. You play good defense, you get in transition, and you get the score. That was big from Kyle Foster. That's what we're looking for.
50-43 is the score, as the Spartans are going to have Ford back into the game. And Ryan, this is one thing where I always tell people, don't look at the non-conference schedule coming into conference play. The Bison are 2-14 non-conference wise. Well, non-conference wise, they were 2-12. But as you get into conference play, that's where the toughness from the non-conference schedule shows that you played a tough schedule.
Yeah, and Norfolk State's in the same boat. Both these teams had tough non-conference schedules. In Norfolk State, you can see they're starting to really get things clicking in the MEAC, and the Bison have had a couple of good games. It's a matter of, can they come away with it down the stretch?
As the Spartans are on the attack, that's Whitley underneath, gets the ball to Hicks. Hicks on the far side of the court. Whitley in the corner, gets it back to Hicks. Hicks gets it across the court to the near side. And now you have Chavis on the drive. Shot clock down to 3. Ball goes up. Ball's missed. Rebound. C.J. Williams got his hand on the ball. And it's a brand new shot clock, I believe.
Yeah, miscommunication between Williams and Zion Cousins. Tough break there for the Bison. Good defense. Got the miss. Just couldn't pull down the rebound.
Spartans on the attack. They're up by a score of 50-44. Two-possession game. Jermaine Bishop gets to Whitley. Whitley gets it to Chavis. Chavis wants to drive. Gets it to Whitley. Whitley from the side. Knocks down a three-pointer. Now makes it 53-44.
Big bucket for Whitley. He's been quiet, but the senior stepping up there.
Lead back up to 9. Here's Robinson with the ball for the Bison. Gets it to C.J. Williams. C.J. Williams at the top of the key, dribbling around. Gets it back to Robinson. Robinson wants to penetrate, trying to find someone. Gets it to Cousins. Zion. Wayne Bristol Jr. was open in the corner. Mid-range jumper knocked down. 2 points. Robinson. 53-46 is the score. There's Hicks deep in the corner. Hicks wants to drive. Hicks goes into the hole, puts it up, misses the shot. Rebound Ford. Ford trying to go up, still going up. Ford does go up and gets the 2 points. It is 57 official timeout. 55-46. It's Howard and Norfolk State. MEAC Hoops live on the MEAC Digital Network on Flo Hoops. All these games that are streaming live are archived. So we're going to take a quick break since it's a quick break on the floor. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce doing the color commentating. We'll be right back after this timeout.
If you are a Howard University student, make some noise. If you are a Howard University alumni, make some noise. If you just love Howard University, make some noise. Can I get an H?
Welcome back to the Bird live on the beautiful campus of Howard University, where the Norfolk State Spartans are paying the Bison a visit. It's MEAC Hoops on the MEAC Digital Broadcast Network on Flo Hoops. You can catch the games on FloHoops.com. Here comes Robinson, penetrating, getting the ball to CJ. CJ driving to the hole, puts it up, and misses the shot. Long rebound to Robinson. As the Bison are down by 9. Score is 55-46, 7 minutes to go in the contest. Khalil Robinson with the rock for the Bison. Gets it to Foster. Foster gets it to Williams. Williams looking for someone to go to. Takes the jumper instead. Misses the shot. Zion Cousins with the rebound. Cousins gets the ball to Robinson. Gets it to Bristol Jr. Bristol Jr. with the shot. Misses that shot. Rebound. Chris Ford. Norfolk State now has the ball as Devontae Carter brings it down court. Finds Whitley in the near corner. Whitley across the court to Bishop. Bishop gets it to Hicks. Hicks back to Carter. Carter going to take his time. 6.5 minutes to go in the contest. 55-46 is the score in favor of the Spartans. Whitley lined up for the 3. Misses that shot. Rebound, Khalil Robinson. Robinson bringing the ball across the half-court line, being covered by Carter. Robinson wants to drive. Does drive. Gets the ball back up top to Kyle Foster. Foster back to Robinson. Robinson looking. Going to see Zion Cousins at the charity stripe. Zion looking. Brings it up top. Gets it back to Wayne Bristol Jr. Being covered by Bishop. Bristol Jr. on the drive. Puts it up, and there's a foul called. And it looks like that's going to be on Bishop.
I think so. That's a good move by Bristol Jr. Shot clock winding down. Norfolk State putting a ton of pressure on Howard. So take what they're giving you. They're going to give you that little room to drive. Draw contact, get at the free throw line.
So it looks like there's a timeout on the floor. This time we'll keep it right here, Ryan. 55-46 is the score. Ryan Pierce is the color commentator. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. This is MEAC Basketball live on Flo Hoops all season long. Watch live on Flo Hoops. And if you want to look at the archive version, go to FloHoops.com.
You know, it's been a fun game, a fun day of basketball. Norfolk State, this is a top-tier team, very deep. Howard, they got down early. They've hung in there. They've hung in there by playing good defense in the 2-3, identifying who are the key shooters, the Jermaine Bishops of Norfolk State, and then really crashing the glass hard. Now they got to finish. They got to knock down some outside shots. They got to knock down free throws.
What I'm looking for in this one, Ryan, as the game winds down, we only have like 6 minutes left, 6 minutes and 2 seconds to be exact. The Bison are down by 9. It seems like the two teams are going in spurts. I know there's been a time when each team was going without scoring a bucket.
Yeah.
And then there was times when, okay, one team was scored and the next team was scored, and it's like back and forth. I'm liking the defensive play of both teams. It's been a defensive game.
You know, Norfolk State, I think, brings out the best of other teams. They're the #1 defensive team right now in the MEAC in points allowed. I think Howard has tried to step up their defensive game to match Norfolk State. It's been a good matchup. This is a very good Spartans team. Howard is battling. They just got to try to make some shots and get some stops down the stretch.
And the interesting thing is, I think people will look at Howard's record saying that they're 2-14 and 0-2 at Cowards and think that they're maybe pushovers. Norfolk State is finding out this is not a pushover team.
Howard's figuring it out. Look, Coach Blakeney has these guys playing hard. They suffered a really bad, tough loss on the road against Maryland Eastern Shore to start the conference season. They played better the past couple games. They just need to carry it over.
Gotcha. Wayne Bristol Jr. at the line for the Bison. Right now, Bristol Jr. has 4 points. And make that 5. As he converts that to make his score 55-47. Bison shooting 50% from the charity stripe. The Spartans are shooting 69% from the charity stripe. That's big. We'll go a long way as the game continues. Bristol Jr. knocks that down. Cuts the lead to 7. 55-48 is now the score. Spartans still on top. Here come the Spartans on the attack as Whitley charging to the hole. Whitley goes all the way coast to coast, and he is fouled by Cousins.
Whitley was thinking get to the rim. As soon as he beat that front line on the full court press, he was going to the hoop. You know, it's not a bad spot. The foul's on Wayne Bristol, not Cousins. That's okay. Forced Norfolk State to make free throws down the stretch. It's not a bad foul.
As Whitley will now go to the line. The Spartans, as I stated earlier, they're shooting 69% from the charity stripe. Knocks that down.
Yeah, Whitley is steady. The senior, the veteran, ranked 7th all-time at Norfolk State in assists, and he's just a really good player, good scorer.
Whitley again knocks the second one down. 57-48 is the score, as now it is a 9-point lead once again for the Spartans. As Robinson, no, that's Garvey who had the ball down inside. Wayne Bristol Jr. from the corner decides to drive, gets to Zion. Cousins gets it back to Bristol Jr., who's now going to that far corner, and he's fouled. Foul is called on Hicks.
That's big. That's 7. So that means Bristol Jr. goes to the free throw line and can get points with the clock stopped. Try to get those 2 points back.
So as a team, the Bison are now shooting 63% from the charity stripe. Interesting, Ryan, is what happened was from beyond the three-point line, both teams looked pretty good in the first half, shooting the same number of shots and converting on the same number of shots. The second half, the shooting from beyond the arc has gone down because the Bison are only shooting 28% and the Spartans 30%.
Yeah, neither team shooting well from the outside today. Unfortunately, that is the Bison's strength. They lead the MEAC in three-point percentage.
57-49 is now the score. It's only an 8-point lead for the Spartans. 5.5 minutes to go in the contest. As the Bison looking for their first conference win of the season. They are now down by 7. And the Bison are in the bonus, which is key. As Spartans come down on the attack, that's Hicks with the ball on the far side of the court. Hicks gets it to Bishop. Bishop going to take his time.
Yeah.
Shot clock down to 15. Whitley now with the ball. Bishop now will hold the ball, trying to set something up. Gets it to Whitley. Whitley wants to drive to the hole, puts up a nice little one-handed jumper. He gets his own rebound. Back up top to Bishop. Bishop fires. Jermaine Bishop knocks down another 3, giving him 20 on the evening.
Killer there. Bison forced a tough shot, just couldn't get the offensive rebound or defensive rebound.
Nate Garvey with the answer, as now the score is 60-53 and a timeout on the floor.
It's been Nate Garvey's night. 17 massive points. That 3 was huge because that was a bit of a backbreaker on the other end from Norfolk State, but that 3 by Garvey, a good response.
Jermaine Bishop coming down, scoring a 3, knocking 20 points on the day. And then you have Nate just come back down, smooth as you want to be. He's going to knock down his 3 points. You're looking at MEAC Hoops on the MEAC Digital Network, and it's live on Flo Hoops. If you want to see any game that's archived, you can go to FloHoops.com. I'm Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. My man Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. And right now, Ryan, this game's getting exciting too. You got under 5 minutes, and it's only a 7-point lead.
No, that's where you want to be if you're Howard. The underdog coming in, trying to get that first conference win against a top-tier Norfolk State team. You're down by 7, under 5 minutes. You need to make some plays. We've been saying that in the second half. You need to make some shots, but you at least have a puncher's chance. And maybe Garvey gets the offense going a bit.
And that's interesting that you say that, because if you look at the attack for both teams, you have Jermaine Bishop with 20 points, you have Stephen Whitley with 13, and then Devontae Carter with 9. When you look at the Bison, you have Nate Garvey with 17 points, CJ Charles Williams with 10, and then you have Wayne Bristol Jr. with 8. So when you look at both of them, it's not too much of a difference.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be a 5-point difference between the two teams.
Sure. No, and the big players have come out to play today. Garvey, massive game. C.J. Williams, that battle with Stephen Whitley has been a lot of fun to watch. Whitley really enforcing his defensive presence, making things tough for C.J. It's been competitive. We'll see how it finishes.
As the Spartans bring the ball inbounds, and that's Carter with the ball. 4 minutes and about 40 seconds to go in the contest. Spartans on top by 7. That's Whitley on the far side of the court with the ball, gets it to Carter. Carter gets it to Bryant. Bryant gets it back to Carter. That's Whitley. Whitley's been more aggressive in the second half, charging the basket, trying to attack the basket to get a shot. As that's Bryant. Shot clock at 3. He puts it up and knocks it down. Little mid-range jumper wide open for him. Here comes the Bison. Wayne Bristol Jr. gets it up top. That's Garvey up top with the ball. He decides to back it out. Bison down by 9. 4:13 to go in the contest. Wayne Bristol Jr. in the corner, gets to the Robinson. Robinson looking for some room. Brings the ball back to the near side. C.J. Williams on the mid-range jumper, misses that shot. Rebound Spartans. As Bryant gets the ball to Whitley. Whitley looks like he wants to drive, gets it to Hicks. Hicks on the corner, deep shot. Ball goes in and out. Zion Cousins with the rebound for the Bison.
That might have been the knockout blow. Bison catch a break.
As Garvey has the ball for the Bison, trying to find someone to get it to. Get it to Robinson. Robinson will take his time to get it to Wayne Bristol Jr. Bison down by 9. As it's back to Garvey. Down inside to Cousins. Zion with the reverse layup. Zion Cousins.
Little finesse from Cousins. Big bucket. Again, back to 7.
62-55 is the score. 3 minutes to go in the contest. As as Bryant gets the ball to Whitley. Whitley going to take his time. As that's Carter with the ball on the near side of the court. It's over to Hicks on the far side. 3 minutes to go. Carter puts it up. Nice block by CJ, but Carter staying with the play, gets it back. Try to pass the forward. Almost lost the ball, and the shot clock violation. As Ryan tried to get the ball up, but couldn't get it up. Great defense by the Bison.
They force a turnover. Now the Bison got to capitalize, try to get this under 2 possessions.
2:55 to go in the contest. As the timeout on the floor. Score is 62-55. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops.
There will be student giveaways all night. Tip off is set for 7:30. Under Armour, proud sponsor of Bison Athletics. Protect this out. That's the first score.
Welcome back to the Bird Gymnasium as the Bison of Howard University are taking on the Spartans of Norfolk State. The score right now is 62-55. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. Man, Ryan Pierce is doing the color commentating. Bison have the ball down by 7 as you have Khalil Robinson on the court. You have Nate Garvey. You have Kyle Foster. You have C.J. Williams. And Wayne Bristol Jr. Wayne Bristol Jr. in the corner for three. Misses that shot. Rebound, Bryant. And the Spartans have the ball and the lead with 2.5 to go in the contest.
That was the shot right there. Bristol had a look, just couldn't quite drop it in.
As the Spartans are setting it up, as that is Whitley with the ball. Whitley gets it to Bryant. Bryant back to Whitley. 2:20 to go in the contest. Whitley on the drive, gets it up top to Hicks. Hicks for three. Misses that shot. Rebound. And it's going to be a foul call.
That's a big call because that's free throws.
It's a foul called on Whitley. Yes, the Bison are in the bonus.
Foul that starts with number 34, Stephen Whitley.
So that is the third foul, or the fourth foul on Whitley. The Bison are shooting 70% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, you got Kyle Foster at the foul line, one of their better free throw shooters, which adds to the magnitude of the call. Could be a couple 2 points. If Foster can put these in, it makes it a 5-point game, but he's got to make them first.
62 to 55 is the score. 2:15 to go in the contest. The Bison trying to cut into that 7-point Spartan lead. Foster knocks it down. Now makes it a 6-point ball game. 62-56.
Bison just hanging in there, keeping alive. If they can get it to 5, it'd be the closest it's been since early in this half.
2:08 to go. Misses that shot. Rebound. Goes to Carter. And Carter's in trouble. Can't find anybody to get it to. Finally finds Bryant. They get it across the half-court line. Bryant going to the hole, puts it up, and he gets fouled. He got fouled and made the bucket. So he may be able to make a 3-point play the traditional way.
Yeah, that'd be a 4-point swing too. Missed free throw, 3-point play. That one stings. But give Bryant credit, under control the entire way, kept his composure. Good move to the rim. Big play by Bryant.
As Bryant will step to the charity stripe. On the floor for the Spartans, you have Chavis, you have Whitley, you have Bryant, you have Carter, and you have Ford. On the floor for the Bison, you have Robinson, you have Cousins, Williams, Garvey, and Bristol Jr.
Bryant first in the MEAC, 95% free throw shooter.
Here come the Bison, as the score is now 65 to 56. It's back up to 9. It has been 9 points all evening. Zion Cousins tried to get the ball to Robinson. And it was stolen. Ball stolen by Carter. Carter was fouled by Robinson. That's Robinson's second foul.
Bison so steady in this second half, starting to unravel just a bit over these final couple minutes.
As now the Spartans are in the bonus. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Minute 59 to go in the contest. Carter misses the shot. Rebound Cousins. Cousins gets the ball to Robinson. Robinson gets the ball across to Garvey. Garvey brings the ball across the half-court line. He's in trouble. Gets it to CJ. CJ going to drive, puts it up, and he gets fouled. The foul is on Whitley, I believe.
He gets CJ to the line again. Clock stop. Bison gets some points. They have a pulse. They're hanging in there.
Foul was on Chris Ford, not Whitley. That would have been Whitley's 5th. So CJ at the line. Bison down by 9. Knocks down the first one. So now it is an 8-point lead for the Spartans of Norfolk State. It seems like 9 has been where we've been most of the second half.
It hasn't changed much. Bison just can't quite get past that hump.
The shot is up, and he makes it. So it's going to be a timeout on the floor called by the Bison.
30-second timeout charge to the Bison.
It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here with you're looking at MEAC Conference Basketball, Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Basketball on the MEAC Digital Network. Is broadcast on Flo Hoops, featuring the Spartans of Norfolk State and the Bisons of Howard University. All games are archived and streamed that are live streamed, so you can go to FloHoops.com to check them out. Interesting game, Ryan.
Been competitive. Bison have hung in there. Norfolk State showing us why they are the top-ranked defense in the MEAC. So tough to get past. Howard has done a good job getting to the free throw line over these past couple of minutes. They need to force a turnover or get a stop here, come back. They're going to have to do a 3 or 2 if they want to stand a chance.
As the Spartans are going to bring the ball inbounds, a minute 48 to go in the contest. As Carter having difficulty getting the ball in, and he's 5 seconds, so he turned the ball over.
That is the worst case scenario for Norfolk State. You don't want to get those 5 seconds.
That's 5 seconds that didn't even come off the clock.
Yeah.
So it definitely was to the advantage of the Bison there. As Robinson is going to bring the ball in for the Bison, gets it up top to Nate Garvey. Garvey's going to get it across to Williams. Clock is at 1:40. It's Garvey with the ball now for the Bison. Gets it to Khalil Robinson, back to Garvey. Garvey down inside to Bristol Jr. Bristol Jr. on the drive, missed the shot. Rebound Spartans. Here comes Whitley with the ball. Gets it across the half-court line. Now Nate Garvey fouls him. A minute 26 seconds to go in the contest.
Bison going to force the Spartans to make free throws. My thought was there. You get the ball to Bristol Jr. at the top of the key. I like the idea to drive, maybe try to find CJ. He had a little bit of space. Not a bad move. Spartans have been fouling. Bristol Jr. just couldn't finish.
65-58 is the score. I don't know why you just don't get the ball to CJ. He's been active. Try to get a sweat going. Try to get him to more involved, especially at this point in the game. Maybe take a jump shot, maybe even a three-pointer. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Whitley puts the ball up, knocks it down. Now the score is 66-58.
Spartans a pretty good free throw shooting team. Yeah, and Whitley is one of the better free throw shooters in the conference.
Whitley again taking his time. Knocks it down. Score is now 67-58 in favor of the Spartans. Here comes Robinson. Robinson across the half-court line. Gets it across to Garvey. Garvey to CJ. Williams misses that shot. Foster tried to get the rebound, but Whitley comes up with it. Now here come the Spartans with time running off the clock. Just a little bit, maybe 70 seconds left in the contest. And it's like Carter may be going to the line.
Yeah, Carter, a tough-nosed defender, a good shooter, efficient shooter in the paint. Not the best free throw shooter, but almost everybody out there for the Spartans can hit.
As Carter knocks down the first shot, 68-58 is the score. Carter knocks down the second one. No shot. They said no shot.
Yeah, they're going to say a lane violation on Joe Bryant.
So the score is now 68-58. 10-point lead. The Bison have not gotten closer than 7 in the second half. Kyle Foster with the ball. Now 1 minute to go in the contest. Foster again gets the Garvey. Garvey gets the Robinson. Robinson looking. CJ wide open for the three. Misses that shot. Rebound Carter. And the Spartans have the ball and the lead. 47 seconds to go, and Garvey will commit the foul. 68-58 as Bryant will go to the line.
Yeah, the ends inside here for Norfolk State. They were tested, but in the end, it looks like they're going to come out on top.
As that shot now extends the lead to 11 with 46 seconds to go in the contest. Bryant again puts it up, knocks it down, making the score now 70-58 in favor of the Spartans. As the Bison have the ball, CJ Williams looking for the three. Nate Garvey looking for the three. Gets it across court to Bristol Jr., who puts it up. Wayne Bristol Jr. with the three. As Nas makes the score 70-61 with 34 seconds to go in the contest.
Got it back to 9. Coach Blakeney calls timeout, tries to group his team. Credit Devontae Carter. No, he made a couple tough turnovers down the stretch. Double-double for him after not playing for 2 games. Comes out and has a good performance off the bench. Big reason why the Spartans have been able to hold off the Bison down the stretch.
As it is MEAC Basketball here on the MEAC Digital Network on Flow Hoops. Ryan Pierce, the color commentator. Trevin A. Jones doing the play-by-play. Beautiful day here in the nation's capital. A nice warm day. The temperature went up in the gym, though, Ryan.
Yeah,
it was hot in here today.
It's been a warm one, uncharacteristically in the 60s outside, and a couple of good basketball games and the good crowds will do that to a gym.
Whitley with the ball for the Spartans, brings across the half-court line. He's fouled by Kyle Foster with now 31 seconds left to go in the contest.
Bison not showing quit. They're hanging in there. Look, they were down in double figures for a good chunk of the first half, part of the second half. They have played the Spartans even in the second half. They got to take that with them and use it this upcoming week.
As Whitley is at the line for the Spartans, knocks that down, makes it a 10-point lead, 71-61. Whitley now waits the second shot. Air ball.
That's an air ball. Won't be for long.
So now it will be 71-61, 31 seconds to go in the contest.
For 55, Deontay Chavis.
Chavis back in for the Spartans. Here comes Robinson trying to get the ball across the half-court line, trying to penetrate, gets it up top. Garvey looking for a shot. Garvey takes a 3, misses that shot. C.J. Williams with the rebound. C.J. goes up strong, puts it down. 71-63 is the score. 18 seconds in the contest. As Whitley brings it, that's Bryant that brings the ball across the half-court line. We're down to 10 seconds. It looks like they're going to let this one run out. It's going to be a Spartan victory. 71-63 is going to be the final score as Norfolk State comes to the Burr and walks out with a win. And interesting, Devontae Carter had a double-double. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds, which is interesting. And then you also had, leading the way in scoring, you had Jermaine Bishop with 20 points for the Spartans. Stephen Whitley had 16. And then for the Bison, you had Nate Garvey with 17, Charles Williams with 14, and Wayne Bristol Jr. with 11. And it's an interesting game. The men will be back home. Is it Monday?
Yeah, men's back home on Monday. Both men's and women's teams.
talk to me about the low after.
Absolutely. Have you seen it is pretty raunchy, but it's a good show. Have you seen Brockmire on IS?
No, I got
Do you have Hulu?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I got rid of it. I did have it.
Oh, you did? Okay, it's a great show. Based about it's a comedy about a basic broadcaster named Brockmire.
Okay.
He talks about that like one of the early episodes, the post broadcast high. Right. Well, I guess like the emotion that comes back down below.
Yeah.
I guess.
You just want to rinse.
Oh, he was out of it. How long did?
How often do y'all reference this sponsor?
I watched it the whole time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's going to try to bring it closer. Going to help.
Yeah, that definitely, like, if you are going to do conference and it's flow here, we need headsets. They need to have headsets with the microphone and so you can hear it. Because you can't do that. And you need a producer or director.
Producer probably the biggest one's a producer. Yeah, we had that last year.
But in this particular case, y'all didn't have there was no commercials. Now, that's only because they weren't even downloaded.
Oh, gotcha.
If they were commercials, then absolutely, we would have had a few now. But other than that, it's just been more so, let's talk about still screens.
Yeah, it's fine. If anybody's, well, Ryan is good at it. So if you see Ryan, he's doing play-by-play. He watches the monitor all the time, too. So anybody that's doing play-by-play, as long as they watch the monitor,
I
they're
got
good.
one more.
Last year, we had a guy who was producing it last year. I think they just were a little bit low on bodies.
Yeah.
That is beneficial, but I think that's more of a body thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then also, too, you can tell she's just trying
She's
to get
doing
in.
everything.
Yeah, she's doing everything and trying to.
Yeah, so we need it's a matter of availability.
Yeah. All right, fellas.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
No problem at all. See if I can. Leave it nothing.
Yeah, man, I always try to come prepared for these things.
Yeah, good call. I've gotten spoiled by crews having the, so I need to start bringing it. No, you're right.
I learned last year.
Very good thinking. Yeah, no, today with the temperature and just the game playing right out games, definitely the fatigue is. Coffee was massive today.